Hey everybody, welcome to another video trading with Jackie. I'm Jackie Panetta. So today's video, y'all, is about Fibonacci. So I'm gonna give y'all a little quick update on AIRO real quick. So second week of AIRO, I had some stumbles earlier in the week because I did not follow my own rules, y'all. And then on top of that, I was trying to be on Big Brother US30, and US30 was like, no, we ain't ready to start the downtrend yet. So I said, fine then, I'm just going to go to NASDAQ. And so NASDAQ started its downtrend, so I was in on that. And as of today, right now, it had a retracement, but this is NASDAQ that I'm in. Okay, I'm in two positions. All right, so I got in right here and I got in right there, the second position. So what I utilized was two methods. I utilized the fractal high, signifying the change in price direction off of the H4 chart. Okay, so I was on the H4. Let me zoom in. Don't worry about the colors, it's a little weird, but this fractal high formed. Okay, you only know it's a fractal when you 1, 2, 3 candles, right? Fractal high is up here. Okay, excuse me. You can only confirm that once this third candle is complete. Take the trade on the next one. That's exactly what I did. I saw it forming and I felt like now was the time to get in on that sell. Boom, you see it, first position. What did I do? Catch all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Alright, then I was waiting for what? This sell alert off of AIRO on the H4. When this happened, what did I do? Took another position. Alright, so now I'm in drawdown right now, but just a little bit. Y'all saw that. It's okay. It had a nice retracement though. Yesterday, it wanted to come act like it wanted to come all the way back up. That's alright. We ain't worried about it. You know, you coming down NASDAQ, and that's cool. So what happened and this was actually what? Another fractal high that formed, right? Right there, came back down, stopped right there. Right here, could have came down here. This could have been another position, you know, and I didn't even think about it. I should have came back and did that. I would have took another position right there. Then I would have had that. So technically, my third position would be in profit still, while the second one would be in drawdown. So, but anyway, I forgot about it and I messed around, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm actually looking for a third position on NASDAQ right now, so I'm looking for another sell. But the whole point it is I'm gonna do this back. This is strategy number 2 in utilizing the AIRO indicator. So there's 7 strategies, y'all. So bag entry is bounce from a zone, right? AIRO, go. Okay, that usually is on the 15-minute for currency pairs, and like on the 5 for metals and indices. I kind of put everything on the 15-minute chart now, but when I'm on a high chart like this H4, I really don't have a take profit. I utilize strategy 2. Strategy 2 is just ride the trend. So I'm riding the trend of these trend colored candles. Alright, now they all red, so that confirms the downtrend. So with that being said, I'm riding it till they start to turn this lime green again. Okay, so I'm just going to ride it on down. Okay, like if it starts looking like this, you see this little setup right here, that's when I might come on out of it. If it starts to change colors like that, you know, and it just means I get it out of that one trade and then find another one if it still wants to do a downtrend, right? But that's strategy 2 in place right now. Okay, so I got in because of the fractal high, but strategy 2 is this one, and we just gonna ride it on down. So that's NASDAQ. You see what my take profit is, right? Way down here, y'all. You see what it is? That if I hover over that real quick, what does that take profit? 5,000 off of a 0.1, y'all. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, and this is off of the funded account. Okay, so this is that funded account I just got. So I'm trying to ride that. So this funded account is nice. It lets you trade off of a demo, and based on your performance on the demo, you get paid 20% of that to you via PayPal or whatever world payment processor they got. But you get paid 20% of that if you're in the aggressive program every 2 weeks. And then on top of that, what you make above the demo account balance, every dollar of that gets put into a live account for you, up to, I believe, $37.50 off of a 25K and 15 grand off of a 100K account. Gets put into a live account for you, so that way you can then start trading live. So when you trade live, they only take 10%. So basically, I'm just going to keep running with this demo account, and then I'm just going to keep building up that live account. Then when that live account hits a certain number, then I'm going to just go all out on that and start copy trading. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. I'm getting off track. So that's where we at on AIRO. AIRO still doing its thing, y'all. I even found out I'm starting to link strategies. I've been working on that all week, so I feel like I got that mastered down pat, because I've only been on AIRO for 2 weeks now. I was in there 6 weeks prior, back in like August or September. Out of it for like 2 months, got back in. It only took me 2 weeks to get back in the groove of things, and I'm good. You know, I even found out a whole new way of linking strategies together. You know, like I just showed you how to do multiple positions, and we're gonna ride it on down. Okay, and I'm just gonna, that's how I'm rolling with AIRO on everything. Okay, now with all that being said, we 6 minutes in. That was the AIRO update. Holla at me if you want to get AIRO. I drop my subscription link into the registration link in the description box below if you want to purchase subscription to AIRO's license. Alright, now let's get to Fibonacci, y'all. I love Fibonacci. Let's talk about it, yo, because this is exactly, I'm going to talk y'all through how I'm actually going to attack US30 next week. Now, like I said, you heard me like, Jackie, you just said US30 done whooped your behind this week. Yes, it did, because I forgot to do my Fibonacci at the beginning of the week. I forgot to mark up my chart, you guys. Okay, so marking up my charts. When I say I'm marking up my charts, I am using the strategies of AIRO. I mark up my charts based on the strategies of AIRO. There's 7 of them. And I mark up my charts based on my Fibonacci. I do that every week, and I forgot to do it on US30, and then I was like, got all distracted and excited. So now that the market has closed, I'm going to mark up my US30 chart with y'all, utilizing Fibonacci, okay? And I'm going to show you how I'm going to utilize Fibonacci in conjunction with AIRO to start setting my take profits, okay? Now, I'm on the daily. I mark up my chart on the daily utilizing my Fibonacci, okay? But what you could do is go on to a lower time frame and still do the same thing. It's just that the trend is more viewable on a higher time frame, and you can kind of see where price is actually moving towards a little bit more clear to me. All right, now one thing you want to do is when you draw on your Fibonacci, Fibonacci works great when price is trending, because you're trying to catch retracements off of a trend. So know that the asset that you're trading is trending before you want to start drawing your Fibonacci lines. To me, that makes sense, but I haven't found anybody that actually told you to do that, so I'm just saying it. It just made sense to me. Okay, so with that being said, let's go into the time frame. I actually redraw Fibonacci per time frame, because just because I'm on an uptrend on the daily, that don't mean I'm on an uptrend on the hour. Looks to me like it was ranging for a couple of bit and then dropping. That looks like a downtrend is in effect right now on the hour. Okay, on the 15, look at it, downtrend, y'all. Okay, so based on each time frame, that's how I would redraw my Fibonacci. Okay, even though it's overall on an uptrend, a trend starts to change in the lower time frames, and as the trend gets stronger, it is further developed and viewable on the higher time frames. Okay, that's how you see a trend. So just because the daily says you want an uptrend doesn't necessarily mean each day is a uptrend. It's just meaning to you when you're doing your Fibonacci, that's how you're going to draw it, okay? But if I'm down here on the M15, I'm drawing my Fibonacci, I'm drawing it based on the downtrend, okay? Hopefully that makes sense to y'all. It was very important, and it was like a light bulb to me, and I found that out. Why? Because I've been using AIRO. Because part of the AIRO protocol, and I'm going to jump over here to, like, say oil, for instance. Part of utilizing AIRO and understanding how to trade with it is to trade with the trend, right? So if I'm utilizing Fibonacci retracement because the asset is trending and I want to know how far back has it retraced, so that way it can then continue the trend, okay, I need to know which way we going. On AIRO, it's easy because it draws you the zones for you. Count the zones signifies the trend. Here's oil, for example. I'm going to zoom out. I got more green than I got red. Uptrend. Point blank simple. Viewable. Go about my business. I'm looking for buys. Okay? That's how simple it is. The same thing on US30. I'm going to go to the US30 with AIRO on here. Alright? I'm on a daily. Zoom out. Uptrend. Clearly it tells you more green than red. Right? Go on the M15. This one still shows an uptrend. You got these pinks forming though. Alright? So one thing is earlier I said off of the other chart that had no AIRO on there. Off of this one, off the M15, I'm like, man, that looks like a downtrend to me. I'm going to start drawing downtrend Fibonacci's. But with AIRO on here, I could see those same downtrends, right? But look at them. They look like what? Retracements off of an uptrend, right? So when you zoom out, you see those zones. So I said that for a reason. Now I'm utilizing AIRO to help me identify the trend for the time frame that I'm in, run my Fibonacci on it, draw my lines, trade. That's all that I'm doing. Okay? I'm kind of cheating, y'all. I'm kind of cheating. But I'm just trying to tell y'all that was what I'm doing with AIRO now. You know, and incorporating that. Okay? Right now. There might be a later on time where there's a different strategy that might have something completely different with Fibonacci. And I'm down for that, y'all. Okay? So, now let's get to the drawing of the Fibonacci. Now, we're going to zoom in off of the daily. Okay? We're on an uptrend because it's already been clearly confirmed. So, you're going to draw your Fibonacci. You're going to go to Insert. You're going to go to Fibonacci Retracement. Okay? If you need the Fibo levels, I can just DM me on Telegram. I'm going to leave my username in the description box below. DM me on Telegram and I can give you my Fibo levels that I have here if you don't already have them. Okay? So now, to draw your Fibonacci, you start from recognize the trend. We're in an uptrend. So you need to start from the bottom of the uptrend and go to the top. That's how you draw an uptrend. Fibonacci retracement. If you want to draw a downtrend, you start from the top and go to the bottom. Okay? We're on an uptrend. This is the lowest point of this uptrend. Alright? Swing low, swing high. There you go. Draw it. Okay? It didn't even finish. Let me get up there. There we go. Alright? There you go. Swing low, swing high. Highest point. Retracement has started. Okay? Now, US30, let's get to the analysis, y'all. That's how you draw it. Point blank simple. Not that hard. I was like, oh, okay. Once I got that down, I'm good. Now, I'm looking at this. Retracement has started. It hasn't even got to 23.6 retracement yet, y'all. Well, dang. You know what that tells me? US30 got a long way to go as part of the retracement. Long way to go. We're going to be retracing for some time, y'all. Okay, that's why I said indices are melting. I am bearish on indices right now. We got some time for this retracement. Okay, so best thing about it is I was taught, and from what my understanding is from everything, is you want to try and get in at the beginning of the retracement. If you want to trade retracements, try and get in the beginning. Get in between 0 and 23.6% and ride it. Okay? That's what you want to do when you get in on a retracement. Okay? So, 0, 23.6. Get in at that time frame. Okay? On the between those levels. And then ride it down. Now, I particularly look for the 61.8 retracement. I'm going to use my crosshair for y'all. Right here, 50 level 61.8. I have noticed, and this is what I got from being on YouTube University and Google University, 61.8 is a magic number when it comes to price action. Alright? Retracing back that far signifies normally when it gets back this far and you want to continue with the trend it was on, it will turn around and go back up. Another common level is 50% and also 78.6. Alright, but I particularly look for setups around the 61.8. Put my buy stop on my sell stop. If I'm on a uptrend, I'm looking for buy stops. If I'm on a downtrend, I'm looking for sell stops. This technique works on any asset. I don't care if you trade stocks, currency pairs, oil, metals, indices, whatever. Same thing. Fibonacci's all over. Math is math. Right? It's just how you draw it. Everybody draws this thing differently. Okay? With that, here's one thing. That was my main thing here. This massive up move. I'm looking for it to come back here. Okay? That's where if I put a sell on US30 right now, I want it to come back here. And you want to know what that's going to be? That's going to be my first take profit. First take profit. Now, if it looks like US30 want to keep going down, okay, then what's going to happen? Second take profit. Third take profit. Full retracement of the entire trend, y'all. Full retracement. Now, do I think that that is going to happen? I don't think so. Me personally, I don't think so. I don't think there's going to be a full retracement of the trend. I feel like the uptrend is going to continue to happen, but it needs to fall back. It needs to retrace itself. It needs to balance itself. That's why. Okay? I don't foresee it coming all the way down here. It can come in here, but I'm looking for it right here. Okay? So, what am I going to do? Ride this sucker all the way down. When it gets right here, ride that sucker all the way up. You know what I'm saying? That's all you got to do. Really. Just ride the trend. Now, I'm on the daily, so it's going to take some days. Look at this last uptrend. It started. This last uptrend started on, what's this day right here? 10/30. Friday, 10/30. The last day of October. Okay? Next day, beginning of November is when the uptrend started. Alright? A whole month. And like a week. And then it's retracing now. So I would estimate the same time frame. A month. And then like a week. To get down here. Okay? So that's why I said it's going to be a swing trade. That's why I said NASDAQ is a swing trade. So that's how I drew Fibonacci for US30. Those are my thoughts on US30, but I'm utilizing Fibonacci for those thoughts. Okay? But yeah, that's it. Now, what happens if this actually does retrace back 100%? Well, then if it comes back 100%, that's either going to be a continuing downtrend, or it might just start all over again, another uptrend. You never know. I can't predict the market. I'm just kind of going by history and how price reacts. Now, I did mention earlier that other people draw the trends differently. This is another way that I draw the trends differently, which is also why I felt like it was now going to go. I feel like US30 is going to go up a little bit more again to then come back down. Okay, so what that is going to be doing is when you move this back, and I'm going to redraw it for right here. Okay, and we're going to zoom in a little bit. All right, so now I made it a smaller uptrend. Okay, with the smaller uptrend, you can see price moving a little bit clearer as to how far back it's going to go and then when it's going to go back up again, because it's a smaller uptrend. So when you draw the bigger uptrend, the actual true uptrend, you know that price has not retraced back far enough, right? It hasn't even hit 23.6 yet, and you know it's got a long way to go. So what I did was I shortened the trend based on the retracements that it went through. So here we go. Uptrend, retracement. Uptrend, retracement. Uptrend, retracement. Now we're on the uptrend. Retracement. Okay? With this retracement, look at where price came down to. It came to what? 61.8. Actually a little bit past it. Comes up and we got 78.6 there. It almost got there. And then what did it do? Came right back up again. Okay? So it has already hit the 61.8, which I would have thrown in a buy stop on that, but I missed it. So now I gotta wait. So it already retraced back up. Now when it goes 61.8, I'm expecting it to keep going all the way back up to the 0. And then probably more. That's why I said I feel like US30 is going to go back up again and then go a little bit more. And when it does that is when I'm going to look for my next entry to come on down again. Okay? So that's what I'm looking for. Because as you can see, fractal high was formed. Signified a change in price. Price retraced it back already, and then it's going to go back up. So I expect if this is a fractal low, the next day, Monday, is going to confirm that. All right, by starting off up here and going up. All right, I would like for it to complete that whole change back right on Monday. You know what I'm saying? So that way, by the end of Monday, wherever the heck it's at in the stratosphere or whatever, go ahead and let it stay up there, and then let me start your retracement down again. That's what I'm kind of looking for. If it don't do it on Monday or Tuesday, maybe it'll do it on Wednesday. But that's my thoughts on US30 utilizing Fibonacci. Okay. Now, if you be like, man, she don't know what she's talking about. You know, that 61.8 ain't nothing. Let's do it again then. Let's drag this back to the bottom of the start of the last uptrend, which is right here. Okay, look at where it is up there. Look at how far back price retraced. Oh, 61.8. Actually, and even a little bit past it to the 78.6. Okay, just almost there. So what happened when price came past that? Buy stop. Right there. Ride that sucker right on up again. Alright, so when it came back down and you have a buy stop, you could have came in there, caught whatever you needed. When I do my buy stops off of 61.8, I plan on it going back to 0. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. 61.8 to 0. Alright, that's how I trade it, off of the daily, off of the hour, off of the 15. Don't matter. Alright, math is math. Okay, so it came back and it retraced and it already stopped right here. Whatever it did that day, it did what it needed to do. Stopped right here. What happened here? You already, if you in a buy stop, you in profit. Take it all the way to the top. This is US30, y'all. Big brother makes big bucks. Okay? But you can't come into US30 with no $100 account. Don't tell me like, yeah, I got a micro account, I got $100. Okay, you know what? That's the only way that's gonna work, probably. And even then, I wouldn't trust it. Because you for sure ain't trading US30 with no standard account with no $100. You ain't trading US30 with no standard account with $1,000. Not if you want to go from 61.8 to 0 and deal with any drawdown you might have. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to be smart about this. You're going to have some capital. That's why you go get you a funded account. Now, with that coming back up and it goes back to 0, take your profit and run. Okay? It came back to 0 right here. Alright? Started the day off up there. Hit it maybe around here. And then you take your profit and run. Set your TP and go. Because guess what happened? You see what happened after it hit that? What it do? Retraced. Came back up. Retraced. Alright? Gotta be careful. So, you're like, okay, that's just one instance. Well, then let's drag it back out again. The previous uptrend. There it go. Up. Retracement. Past that 61.8. It even came close to that 78.6 again. So on this day, if you would have went back to 61.8, you would have some drawdown. You got to be able to suck up this drawdown if you trade in US30. Okay? That's 300 points that it had between the high and the low of that day. Alright? So, you got to make sure you got some, or 3,000 points. You got to make sure you have some money to catch that drawdown from your 61.8 move. Okay? And then it went back up. Back to 0. Okay? You following me, guys, now? With the price action? Math is math. That's why everybody loves Fibonacci. Because it's been proven. Last one. Beginning of the uptrend right here. Let's go. Top of the uptrend. Move over thing. Right there. Right? The next day, price came, retraced back. But it didn't retrace back to 61.8. And it went back up. Right here. So, it had a 1-day trend. 1 day. And then look at how far back it retraced. Almost 100%. And then it goes again. You want to know why I wouldn't like this one? Because I don't believe a trend could be just established in 1 day. You need to have a couple of days to establish the trend. That's why I did not draw it that way. I saw this. So it didn't go back to 61.8. Then don't worry about it. It ain't for you. That ain't the time for you to jump in off the daily. Okay? Go look for another entry someplace else. Maybe on a smaller time frame. Okay? But that's how you draw your Fibonacci. Now, same thing. If you want to go for the downtrend, you would flip it. So I'm just going to move it over here. Flip it. Right? It's going to flip. Now, the start of my downtrend, ending of my downtrend is there. Start of the downtrend here. Okay? So, here you go. Start. Down. Right? Now it goes back up. If it was a downtrend, you'd be looking like, oh, okay, 61.8. Oh, snap, but it goes all the way back up. That's because you was in the wrong trend. You drew it wrong. It was an uptrend. But that's how you would do. That's how you would draw it if you wanted to calculate the retrace of a downtrend. Okay? Now, that's off the daily. So I just told y'all how I'm feeling about US30. Alright? On the daily. Here's what you would do on the hourly. Okay? Cheat. And go to US30 on the hour using AIRO. Clearly, uptrend. What am I going to do when I draw my Fibonacci? Look for the uptrends. Here's the uptrend. Here's one uptrend. Retrace. Uptrend. Okay? Draw it. Insert. Fibonacci. Retracement. Uptrend. Start at the bottom. Oop, that just jumped off of me. Let me get that. Top. Okay? Bottom to the top. Price retrace back to where? Y'all? Right on the line. 61.8. Boom. Went back up again. And then the next hour, bam. So what you gonna do? When that thing hit that 61.8, buy. Buy stop, buy limit, don't matter. You missed it, jump in, something. Take the buy back to zero. Boom. Profit and run. Same thing. That was off the 1 hour. Okay? Same thought process. Do it off of the M15. Same thing. Uptrend. What you gonna do? If you miss it when you draw it, retracement. Uptrend. There you go. Now this one off of the 15, it only retraced 23.6% and then it stopped. Right? So what are you going to do? Then I guess you ain't taking no trade off of the M15 then. That ain't the one. Go to another time frame. You got to look for your entries. If you're going to utilize Fibonacci, it don't always work on the same time frame. Keep looking. And then if it ain't none of them showing up for you, then go to another asset. You know how many pairs there are you could use this on? Multiple ones. Clearly, though, we see a W. 1, 2, 3, 4. W in the M15. You already know that was the last leg of the W. Ain't nothing much going on there. Okay? But, anyway, so what you could have done is with this leg of the W, you could have waited for the retracement right here. So here's how you see a W forming. Retracement. Fibonacci retracement. Here we go. Boom. Let's see here. Actually, let me bring it up more. This is the full thing. The full W retracement. Back to the what? 61.8. And then took off. Okay? That's how you, if you would have missed this, draw your Fibonacci. Because this is a 15-minute chart. Draw your Fibonacci, wait for the retracement, take off. If it only retraces back to 50, oh well, this ain't your time. Okay? That's all you gotta do, y'all. Anyway, so, I know this was a long video, but somebody asked about Fibonacci and teaching about it, and this is what I got. This is what I'm using. This is what I'm going to do with US30, y'all. So, that's it. Hopefully this was helpful, and, you know, DM me if you have any questions. And so recap, I'm going to drop the registration link for AIRO in the description box, dropping my Telegram username in the description box if you want to DM me for any questions. And then and if you're interested in a funding account, then DM me on Telegram. I'll give you more information about it. Alright, y'all take care, and I'll see y'all next time.